Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again. It has finally cooled down in North Carolina. You'll notice I have the AC unit is kicked off. We've finally come out of the triple-digit temperatures and back down into the, I think it was about 70 degrees overnight, getting up to about 91 today. I know that for some of you, 91 degrees sounds scorching, but that is actually much cooler than the 105 that it has been for the past several weeks. So, what better way to celebrate a cool down than to make a cool color, right? So, today we are going to make a variation of a purple worm. So, for this color, we're going to use Plum dye 179. And I've done a video on this before. This is kind of like a purpley blue. We are then going to add, this is 0.015 glitter, and this is nothing more than blue, just normal 0.015 blue glitter, and then the purple glitter is actually magenta. Now, the normal purple that you buy is this purple right here. I think it's actually called Concord purple, or grape purple, something to that effect. It's like a very deep purple color. This is the magenta purple. So this is nothing more than small blue, 0.015 blue, and 0.015 magenta, just mixed together in the same bottle. And then, of course, I kind of previewed it just a second ago. We're going to add some large 0.040 Concord grape or grape glitter, whatever you want to end up calling it, this normal purple. Now, like I said, what looks better in a purple worm than like what bait other than a gigantic worm, right? So this is our 7-inch ribbon tail. This is what we're going to be shooting today. There was an old company called Mann's, and they made the grape jelly worm. You can't find them anymore. If you can, go buy them. Certainly a piece of history, but it was a grape scented, and I believe they made up to like 10-inch worms. But we have a 7-inch worm today, and that's what we're going to use, and we'll be right back as soon as our plastic is ready. Okay, we are back. So we've got our plastic ready to go, and we're going to go in. We've got like a cup and a half of plastic, so we're going to go in. Let's do like 40 drops of this Plum dye. Alright, we're going to do 42 because that's what just tumbled out. Alright, now you can see it's kind of like a blue purple. To that, we're going to add, we're going to do like a little more than a quarter, so probably like a scoop and a half, but less than a half. Whatever measurement that is. There's that. There's about a half. And then we will do the same in the large purple. We get a very galaxy looking color against a very grape jam looking background. So let's go ahead and shoot this mold. And there you go. We will be back in one moment once our mold is ready to go. Okay, we're back. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to pull this out, let you take a look at this. very grape jam color, kind of bluey purple. This is where the grape jam part comes from. If you ever have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know, this kind of looks like what you'd spread on it. The blue, the small blue, kind of cools the color down a little bit. Brings out a little bit more of the actual blue in the color. And the smaller purple kind of just adds like a highlight. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got in our big old worms. Oh, came out on this side. Okay, that's fine. I'll pretty it up a little bit for you guys, make it look a little bit better. Alright, that's as good as we're going to get. So, there we go. Kind of a dark purple when the light is not passing through it. And kind of a lighter purple when the light is coming through it. Take a couple of these off here. So again, dark purple there. And you can see in the tail a little bit more light's coming through, a little bit lighter. And I think this color underwater would probably do really, really well. You can see the small blue and the small purple. That's a good shot there. And the question is, where do you throw this? And of course you would throw this kind of dingier water. This is probably not a clear color bait, or clear water bait. Just because they can see it coming a mile away, you know. But I would say dingy, kind of murky, dirty-ish water. You could throw this. And man, I'll tell you what, this Texas rig, you just peg like a 1/8 or 1/16 ounce weight to the line. Man, you'll catch fish all day long on this here. So there you go. That is just the plum dye, small magenta, small blue, and then large purple. We're going to be back in one more second. We're going to shoot this mold one more time, and I have a bit of a surprise for you guys. Okay, we are back. We've got our plastic reheated. Now, some of you may or may not know, we recently released our own line of color shifting borosilicate based powder additives for plastic and for bait makers. This is one we're going to use called Plasma Core. It is a red, purple, blue shift. I don't know if you can see all that. Maybe the camera's not picking it up. And also, I had a question about these. These are not how they come. This is just a little sample tester I poured myself, specifically so I could do these videos. They actually come in much larger, like 5 gram and 10 gram bottles. So if you're interested in that, that is on the website. And that is also going to be our surprise ingredient. So we're going to add, we'll just do like an 1/8. I have never done this before. I don't even know how much more we can get this to shift. I mean, it's the small blue and purple is kind of already doing some work in there, but we're going to add it and see. Alright, if anything, probably not a huge shift, because the bait is already purple red. We're going to go ahead and shoot it anyway and see if it changes. But, I mean, with a purple red bait, purple red blue bait, right, adding purple red blue shift, you're just kind of shifting into the colors that are already there. So we'll see. You know, we'll see what ends up happening with it. We could maybe add another type of our powder, but we'll just see. We'll see what happens. So, there is our mold, and we'll be right back in 1 second once we're ready to demold. And we're back. So let's go ahead and open up this mold, see what we got. Like I said, we may not see a very huge shift in these colors. Okay. I see a bit of a shift here. The first thing that you'll probably notice is that this is a much lighter bait. That powder really lightened it up. Let's just go ahead and pull one of these off. Much more like pearlescent quality. And again, you're not seeing much of a shift because, you know, red, purple, blue bait plus red, purple, blue shift, you have nowhere to shift to. There's just nothing that's standing out. It is a lot lighter in color. You can see that there. And then we still do have all of the glitter in there that we can see. So that's with the plasma core shift. I know a bit unimpressive, to be perfectly honest with you, just because there's nothing for it to shift to. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to use a completely different one and see if we can get it to shift to a different color. I also have this one called Goblin Vein. It is a gold to green shift. So we're going to use this one next. I've never done this before. This might turn out to be a completely poo-poo looking bait, but we're going to see what it looks like, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, here we are once again. So again, this is called Goblin Vein, gold to green. I expect this will be a very dramatic looking shift here just because we have such a dark color. There's an eighth. And let's go ahead and mix this in. Much more dramatic. Now this is kind of like a burnt bronze purple. So let's go ahead and shoot this. Suck up some air while we're at it, and we will see how this one turns out, and then that will be it for this video. Alright, we'll be right back. And we're back. So, this actually really brought out the red. You can see in these tails, it's just absolutely packed. Used to be an old color called bronze back that is similar to this, but you can see that gold shift in there, and we've gone all the way from purple grape jam. This is akin to, like, now we're at like strawberry jam. So for whatever it's worth. I do believe that this would still really work well in darker water. But as you can see, the tail there is just jam-packed. So not only can you see the blue and the purple, you can also see that gold in there. It gives it a bit of a different shine when the light hits it. So there you go. That is two different those shift powders. We'll probably do another video at some point with the plasma core. I know that was a bit unimpressive and you couldn't really see the shift. So we'll probably do it in a bait where you can see the shift. You know, just to make sure that it gets its equal due. We'll be back 1 second for our last look. Okay, here we are. Last look. These are our worms in the order we shot them. This, of course, is the original base color. I actually love this color so much I'm going to put this into production. And by production I mean I'm going to put it in my shooting star, or one of my shooting stars, and make hundreds and hundreds of bags of baits of this. We are actually doing a trade show, the Raleigh Salt and Basswater Fishing Expo, in January. January 2026. This is now July of 2025. But I am going to be selling this color here, this base color I really love. Alright, this is our second one. Again, red to blue to purple shift inside of a red to blue to purple bait. Not really a whole lot of stuff going on. In the tail, you can kind of see a little bit of shift in there. But again, you know, if you're shifting toward the color that the bait already is, you're not really going to see much of anything. And then this was our last one. More of like a bronzy red color, kind of copper maybe. This color would probably look really good with copper flake in it, actually, now that I think of it. That copper would really kind of make that gold like reflect and bring out the red. So there you go. I'll put them like this for a second for one last picture. There's our three baits. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments.